Each time I woke up, I'd have different cuts on my arm. I found a broken mirror on my door, furniture tipped over, blood on the sink and in my mouth. I lost my mind. I have no recollection of most of this, so I still don't know what happened. Anyway, I laid in bed all night having panic attacks and hallucinating, crying, trying to call my friends, and just generally trying to not be high anymore, all the while taking more. I wake up in the morning and decide that maybe if I try to take a shower and go to work, I'd sober up. So I got up, got ready, took a shower and stuff, drove a couple miles to work after stopping at the gas station, got to work and started selling phones. I was there about an hour when I got to a customer who looked bizarrely familiar. He then, in the middle of us talking, turns his head to me and says, "Are you on anything?" And at that moment, the whole store stopped and got quiet and I hyper-focused on the construction work going on in the building, and then realized that our building wasn't under construction. I look around, close my eyes and open them and I am back in my bed, naked and for sure haven't left. Then cell phone customers start walking in my room asking me for help. I'm trying to explain to them that this is my house and they need to leave, but I'm also realizing that this is not actually happening and I have had a psychotic break. I still couldn't really control it though. I would have quick moments of clarity, I'm talking seconds, followed by hours of horrid states of mania. So the day goes on and stuff happens the same. I did try to drive to my friend's house in the next state. I made it 3 miles down the road before I realized I was serving across 3 lanes of traffic and going 40. I drive back home. Somehow I bought beer on the way home. Anyway, I get home and it's about 7 p.m. and I need some grass now. I invited my buddy over and he and his girl came. She's spinning her glow hoop in my apartment and they were there for 3 hours. I remember, to this day, what he was wearing. I remember what we talked about. I remembered seeing him walk in my door and his voice. Remember this. Anyway, after about 3 hours he leaves, but for some reason she doesn't. She walked back to my room. I go back there and she's not there, so I go to the bathroom and then proceed to try to sleep again. By this time I had somehow thrown all the substances away. I still didn't sleep that night, but at about 4 a.m. I finally started to calm down and sober up. The next day I got out of bed when the sun came up and I physically had to crawl to my fridge. I laid by the fridge and drank V8 juice and some yogurt until it gave me strength to move. After I cleaned up, I went to that same friend's house to get some weed. I asked him why he didn't help me last night when I was clearly in distress. He says, "What am I talking about?" I told him about last night and how he was over there. He told me that he hadn't seen me for a few days, and that's when I realized I had hallucinated them as well. Hearing that shook me to my core. For about a week after that, I had such a hard time truly believing that what I was seeing in life was real. I still have mental health issues from those days. I got lasting facial tics from whatever combination it was that I had consumed.